You know what? I'm glad I missed this dunk on camera. You know why? Because I could look back at this when I do dunk and see how far I've come. You should start recording your progress as soon as possible. Not just if you want to jump higher, but for anything really. But for training to jump higher specifically, there are so many benefits to recording yourself. One example is that it can help you improve instantly. For example, I'm trying to get better at throwing lobs to myself. Aside from creating content, one of the main reasons I record every single jump session I have is to review how my technique is looking. Since I rest for about 2 to 3 minutes after each max jump, I use that break time to review my footage and how that jump went, and I'd adjust accordingly. This jump right here was one of the first jumps of this session, and after reviewing the footage, I noticed that I was jumping way too close to the rim, which had me end up below the rim, which meant that I'd have to reach back to dunk. And I noticed that it's because I threw the ball way too close to the rim. After noticing all those cues, I adjusted, and the literal next few attempts looked like this. Since I had the footage available and ready, I was able to adjust the lobs and throw them a little bit farther from the rim so I could take off in front of the rim instead of below the rim. So I instantly improved because I had footage to review. This works the same with working out. My first ever power cleans looked like this. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that this exercise helped you jump higher. Over the course of about a year and a half, which including constant instances of me recording my power clean, I was able to see what I needed to improve on. And I gradually got my form from looking like this to this with about twice the amount of weight. But if it wasn't for the videos, I would have been practicing the same bad habits that made up my terrible technique. And let's say I kept practicing those bad habits. It would probably be harder to change out of those bad habits after a long period of time. And of course, this applies to every lift too. And also, it's just nice to see where you started from. I don't know what influenced my 2020 self to record myself starting my dunk journey, but I'm so glad I did it. At the time I recorded this, I felt stupid and pathetic after I recorded myself not being able to touch the rim and not being able to dunk on an 8.6 rim. I had about a 26-inch vertical at this time, and I don't know how I kept going, but I'm glad that I'm able to look at myself from years back, being unathletic as hell, to prove to myself that I came a long way. It's also morale boosting that you're able to see how much better you're at in something than years ago, simply because you kept going. Right now I feel angry and disgusted at myself for missing some dunks that I should have been getting. I'm right there and I keep missing, so that's pretty annoying. But after looking at some footage just a few months back, attempting these same self lobs, it showed me that I improved a lot in just a short amount of time. And if I'm being real, I'm jumping higher than I've ever jumped in my life. So make sure to record the beginning, or as early as possible. Start right now. You'll regret it once you're up. Even if you're not gonna post content with it, keep it for yourself to see. The only negative about recording yourself, which I wouldn't really consider a negative, is the embarrassment that comes with recording yourself at the beginner level. I've gone through it all. I felt like I wasn't worthy of recording myself because I wasn't close to my end goal whatsoever. And then the fear of getting judged kicks in. So I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Who cares if you look stupid or weird to other people? To this day, I go to the court, miss some dunks in front of people, and leave with no shame. I leave pretty angry, sure, but never with embarrassment. As long as you're improving, then looking stupid is worth it. Some advice that changed how I tackled life is that no one really cares about you. You might think the whole gym is watching you just because you're doing something out of the ordinary, when in reality, everybody's too caught up with their own workouts and lives to even pay attention to you. And if they do look at you, they're gonna forget once they leave the gym. You're not as important as you think you are, and that's not a bad thing. Realizing that and putting that into my head really helped with my content, because I was able to record myself doing some crazy plyos in the gym or missing dunks in front of people without a care. So yeah, there are tons of benefits that comes with recording yourself. You just gotta get over the fear of getting judged by people. So I'm gonna tell you guys to do something. I don't usually do this, but I wanna see you guys posting yourself starting your journey too. Tag me on Instagram or TikTok and I'll check them out and show some love. Let me know. All right, later.